All right, anyway, I kind of like went off about one of my old jobs. What I was trying to say though is like, everywhere I go where I have to be there for a certain amount of time, I always end up with this like group of antagonizers. Now, usually it's like, let's just say three to four, different little groups. They don't usually get along either, you know. And then, I guess I'm kind of like a lighthouse. That's how I kind of consider myself, I can stand alone, but, sometimes there's visitors, you know what I'm saying? And like the weak, I guess you could say, I want to say weak and wounded gravitate toward me. Okay. But then once I, pat them up, build them up, and get them back together as a protagonist, the antagonist snatches them away, starts luring them away. And then they either become an antagonist or, they're too fearful, to stand, Or sometimes they're just so grateful that the antagonist, like, is like they want me part of their group. I don't want to be an island unto myself. You're a lighthouse, that's great for you, but, I want to be part of the ships, you know. But for me, I'm like, okay, now in my head, I know these people are basically like Simba's uncle in a group. Maybe one of them ain't, but most of them are. And you running over there with them. So, once they bite you, don't think my arms are going to be over here wide open, waiting to receive you back. And then that's where I get like that Grinch like reputation. People are like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what mood she's going to be in. I'm in a professional mood, basically, regardless. Yeah, I might not want to chit chat or make you laugh and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like, when do you as a person read the social cues? If I see somebody, that's what I do. If I see somebody, jovial and talking, but anyway, like a sneeze trying to come on. But anyway, if I see somebody jovial and talking, with their back turned with somebody else, I don't go tapping them on the shoulder and hey, good morning. You see what I'm saying? Now's not the time. If my boss lady or man, whoever, is in charge at that time, is storming past. And even though I had a great idea, guess what? That's not the right time to approach him for that right idea. Social cues. You see what I'm saying? You know, and I don't know. But anyway, the whole point is like, what makes a person feel more powerful than people, grouping up together to come against you? But, I ask myself, what are you coming against me for? Are you coming up against me because you didn't like me first? But now I make you stand on it? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I don't like fakeness. That's one thing I don't like is fakeness. Now, saying good morning or, or what have you, that's a different type of fakeness. Like, you might not really want to do it, but, social mannerisms, you might force yourself to do it. You see what I'm saying? But like trying to, be in my face and tell me about your life and, and then go over there with your friend and, oh my goodness, she wearing blue pants. Like one chick was like, oh yeah, so and so that girl was wearing see-through leggings. I was like, see-through leggings? Dang, that's messed up. Did anybody tell her? Well, she knew, she knew. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, that's just messed up. But, I didn't feed it. I didn't give it any air. Girl, what? And then you should have seen, just fanning it up. You feel me? Now, like one time I was in line to get a paper towel There's a lady shorter than I or me or whatever. I would say me normally, but the proper English, I don't know. But anyway, it's a lady shorter than me. And like she was like reaching up, but like for some reason, I don't know, she missed the first grab. And then finally she grabbed it and ripped it and walked off. As soon as she walked off, there was like a tap, tap, tap in the back of my shoulder. I turned around and some guy talking about, gesturing at the daggone paper towels. Now, maybe he couldn't see this little chick that was just right there in front of me, but I know you just saw somebody rip that, didn't you? But since I wasn't looking behind my back, maybe he was looking to the right while she did all that. So, I'm angry now because I'm feeling like, first off, use your voice. I get tired of people thinking that, their finger. You don't have just because you want my attention, you don't have the right to put your finger on me. And especially not like that. Why can't you just do like I'm not mad at this. Like I tell people, so anyway, people will poke me and I'll, instantly correct them. I'm like, no, you don't like it. I don't like it. And some people will say sorry. And then some people are, oh my. And I'm like, okay, but you just did that to me. And I didn't wait till an hour later. I immediately tapped you back and said, I don't like it. Now those who say, oh, my bad. Oh, yeah, you're right. Like, that is annoying. Those are the people I know don't mean me any harm or foul. Now, the people who want to, inevitably, they find a way to, again. And then now I have to give like a stern, didn't I tell you I don't like that? Now I was like, oh, she's aggressive. But is it me or are you provoking? But anyway, so he tapped me in the shoulder now, and I'm also mad that this is a man tapping me in the shoulder. So I move out the way. He grabs his paper towel, but I politely tapped him in his kidney. And I was like, say excuse me. And then he kind of, they ain't say nothing else, but I felt like, okay, you decided to tap me in my shoulder. You taller. I don't want to be all the way up there. So I tap where it's convenient for my finger. But he never did it again. Now he see me, and I can respect that. That is reciprocal, I guess you could say. I guess, maybe he ain't think nothing of it, but once I him back with the same force, I didn't go above or anything, and I don't like to wait till later. They used to teach us, I don't know what the heck they teach people nowadays. Like when your kid does something, they need to be like punished in the moment because they don't understand wait until later, like, in the younger years. They used to also say like, if you have to pop them, like, one thing for me, like now my kids did get pops, but I used them sparingly. So when it was time, the lesson would burn. Like, one thing I know, if you start getting, in trouble, pop, whoop for everything that happens, eventually you just feel like, I can't move, But anyway, so, I asked myself for the clicks, why are you upset? Because, you ostracized me from the beginning. You stayed away from me from the beginning, made me a target from the beginning. I rose to the top anyway, but now that I'm at the top, I won't look at you. I won't give you any shine or light. So now you're mad about that. You was mad when you thought I was nobody. When I rise up to the top, you mad when you find out I'm somebody. You mad because I'm using my manners. You mad because I want to be on time. What, you mad because I don't want to look in your direction? You mad because I don't want to make you laugh, even though you got a whole group of friends making you laugh. I keep trying to figure out, it's not just, like this job, it's the last job, the job before, it's school. You know what I'm saying? It's any college, it's anywhere I have to be with regularity. There's always, and then I keep seeing these other videos lately asking the same questions. Like, why are people like that? Why are people mean? Why are people, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, if you're going to be in a goody two shoes, I know how to knock you out your square. And like at this job, I got people, I know they don't like me. They know they don't like me. I know you don't like me, and you know you don't like me. So, like, if they stare at me, like a guy was like, what do you do if somebody's staring at you? I wink. I was like, no, I don't wink. I point at the camera, and then I angle my hand toward the person. With consistent stares, because I know we can all accidentally stare. But it shouldn't be no accidental stare every 5 minutes for 8 hours for 2 weeks now. You see what I'm saying? All right, but anyway, there's that. But lately, because it goes on so much, now I'm looking at the camera, so I'm just going to say, like, you guys are me and I'm the person. So I'll turn my back on the person, but I'm just going to put a hand between us. So now they're looking at you're looking at my palm, but they're looking at the back of my head. And as much as possible, when I know that they're trying, like when people stare at me out of, oh Lord, this thing getting long. I'm going to put this on YouTube. When people stare at me because they're mean, when people are staring at me because, they're trying to like get a rise out of me, I turn my back. But now what they do is when I turn my back, they find a reason to come all the way around into my vicinity in front of my face and do something. Talk to a friend. They just happen to do a chore. They, create a reason. Go to the restroom and walk back in a way that they have to cross my eye line. So I guess my biggest question is, why do y'all need me to see you?